Welcome back. We'll understand loops with practical examples, both for loop and while loop. First, we'll go ahead and create the list because we need a list to iterate through for loop. Let us create the same list. Fruits is equal to, we created the list. Let's go ahead and run this. Lists are ready for us to iterate through. Then how do we write a for loop? Very simple. Simple, right? For all the elements in this list, I want to iterate through each one of them and print them. The way we are doing it is for it is a loop. X, we are using a variable X in fruits. For the first time, X is equal to banana. After that, X will be cherry. After that, X will be mango. For loop iterates through fruits list and it does the logic which is written below this. In this case, we are just printing them. Wonderful. Next, we'll try to understand how do we go ahead and break this in case we do have some condition where we have to break it. As we know, in the list, we have three things: banana, cherry, and mango. As a part of this syntax, you can see we are saying, please break this loop as soon as we encounter cherry. That is what is happening here. As soon as cherry is encountered as a part of this iteration, a loop is broken. It is not continuing to the next element. Depending upon the project, you can use the break inside the for loop. We'll use else along with the for now. Now you can see once the iteration of all the elements in a list is done, it will get into else and it will print whatever we have mentioned here. So after the iteration is done, we can mention a else statement and give the logic which need to be executed after the for loop. We will see nested for loops. The way we have seen nesting ifs, in the same way we will see nesting the for loops. How do we do it? Very simple. For nesting loops, we need to create one more list. We'll go ahead and create this list. It's done. There you go. What we did is we are nesting the for loop. One for loop within another for loop. Here, adjective list has red, yellow, green. Fruits list has banana, cherry, mango. What we want to do as a part of this nested loops is I want to iterate through one element of this with all the elements of fruits. That way you can see red banana, red cherry, red mango. One of the element of adjective is getting iterated through all the elements of another list. This is how you use nested for loops. Wonderful. We'll see some examples in while loop as well. This is the code for while loop. As we indicated, we need to initiate the counter. Here I is equal to 1. We are saying initially to start with the value of the I would be 1. Then the condition is while I is less than 6, keep on printing the values of I. Here we are incrementing the counter. For the first time I is equal to 1, the next time I is equal to 2, then it will continue until it comes out of the loop. When will it come out of the loop? When value of I is less than 6. The moment value of the I becomes 6, that is when it comes out of the loop. Let us go and execute this. You can see it has printed 1 2 3 4 5 because initial value of the I is 1, that gets printed, then the value of the I becomes 2, that gets printed, till I is less than 6. The moment I becomes 6, 6 is not less than 6, right? 6 is equal to 6. That is when it comes out of the loop. Wonderful, isn't it? Now we'll see how do we introduce the break statement within the while loop. You can see what we have done is we have introduced the break statement as a part of the while loop. If you see, in the earlier case it printed until the number 5, but now we are introducing a one more condition within the while condition. As soon as you hit 3, break this loop itself. That is the reason the moment it hits 3, it is breaking the loop itself and it prints only the values until 3. We'll see the last scenario, how to introduce else statement within the while. It's very simple. This is how we introduce else statement within the while loop. What we are doing here is, after the loop is done with the iteration, then it has to get into the else and it should do whatever is mentioned as a part of the else condition. That is how you can see 1 2 3 4 5 is printed, and also we have a message saying the job is finished, which is included as a part of else. Wonderful. We looked at the examples of for loop and while loop. Loops are very important. Do practice with couple of examples. Thank you.